Once upon a time, in a sparkling blue ocean, there lived a wise old turtle named Timothy. Timothy had seen the world change around him, from the days when his ocean was a paradise teeming with colorful fish, playful dolphins, and bustling coral reefs. Timothy was a large, impressive turtle with a shell the colors of the setting sun, shimmering orange and deep red. But the most extraordinary thing about him was his warm-hearted nature. He had friends everywhere, from the starfish sunbathing on rocks to the cheeky seagulls soaring above the sea. One sunny morning, Timothy was paddling close to the shore when he heard a commotion. He spotted a curious group of creatures gathered at the beach. There were fluffy pelicans scuttling crabs, and even some energetic children with buckets and spades. As Timothy approached them, he noticed the reason for the hustle and bustle: a tiny turtle hatchling struggling to climb its way out from the pile of sand. "Ahoy there!" Timothy called with a welcoming smile that could melt the hardest seashell. The children rushed over, fascinated by Timothy's grandeur. "Wow, look, it's a giant turtle!" one of them exclaimed, excitement dancing in his eyes. Timothy chuckled, a sound like gentle waves rolling over pebbles. "I remember when I was a small fellow like this," he said, nodding towards the struggling hatchling. His kind eyes met the children's, and a sense of wonder filled the air. "Can you help it, Mr. Turtle?" asked a small girl, her hands filled with wet sand. Timothy nodded wisely and began telling a tale from his long life, a story of journey and survival from the time he was just a little shelled chap. "Once, long ago, on a moonlit night, I too had to find my way from the sandy shores to the endless ocean," he began. Every step was filled with challenges, especially the looming shadows of sea birds waiting above. But my mom always said, "Believe in yourself, and you'll find your way to." The young listeners were enchanted, their eyes wide with anticipation. "The first swim was magical. The water was my guide, and the stars were my map," he mused. "With each year that passed, I grew stronger, meeting friends of all kinds and discovering the secret places of the ocean." As Timothy shared stories of mystical underwater valleys, hidden caves, and majestic sea creatures, everyone, creatures and humans alike, listened with rapt attention. His tales were painting a picture of a world as fantastic as any storybook. Inspired by Timothy's adventurous spirit, the children carefully guided the hatchling towards the sea,